where it says Ames real big.
Hi everyone, happy you guys could be here for this video. We got a jam-packed one here for you today. This one, I actually had to make a list of all the engines that would come through that were of special interest or were heritage units coming through. This goes back into October. It was a nice fall evening. I was out there with a bunch of people, and we knew that there were at least 2 or 3 heritage units on their way. And one never showed up, which was the Central of Georgia. But, I mean, I've caught that before and presented to you on video in the past. But anyway, we had a jam-packed night. Without wasting any more time, let's get into all of the engines that came through that were of special interest or were just out of place, like foreign power. Anyway, we started off the night with the Wabash Heritage Unit. It was a rear DPU on an eastbound coal train, followed by the Pennsylvania Heritage Unit, which was running second on a westbound train that would come through. Shortly after that, on a westbound ethanol train, we would get an NS leader with 2 Canadian Pacific units on it, and the second Canadian Pacific unit had an interesting paint scheme with the American and Canadian flags on it and their logo as well, instead of it just being a basic red engine that said Canadian Pacific. After that, we had an eastbound train come by with a former Central Maine and Quebec unit that NS just recently purchased and patched with their number and logo on the cab until they can repaint these things. They have several engines they've just bought, including a CEFX engine as well. But we had that one. We also had an eastbound train with a CSX engine on it in the second position. CSX doesn't make many appearances on the Norfolk Southern Fort Wayne line at all. So it was a rare sight, and it was cool to catch that with the 2 competitors here on the East Coast. Norfolk Southern and CSX directly compete with each other. So to see them on the same line, on the same train, that was kind of cool. After that, we would get the Amtrak 29 heading out westbound towards Chicago with a Charger leading. Now, those new Siemens Chargers are starting to become more and more popular now as more of them are getting built. So the old P-42s are starting to slowly disappear, yet we still see them more often than the Chargers. But I thought it was cool to put that in the video. Pretty nice little grab with the Charger leading and the cool horn on it. After that, we would get an old charred up Dash 9 leading an eastbound train. Dash 9s for Norfolk Southern are slowly becoming extinct as they all get turned into AC-44 C6Ms. So to see one coming through with the charred up side on it from a blown turbo seal catching fire, it was a nice sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen one of those in a hot minute. Then we finished up the night with an EMD SD70M-2 engine, which is one of those few engines Norfolk Southern brought out of retirement and put back into service last year. I caught a couple of them over the course of time, including one up in Erie that was leading 15M, which had a really awesome, spooky horn on it. Well, this one was no different. This one was badass, and I think you'll like the sound of that as that one comes through towards the end of the video. Anyway, without further ado, let's get out to Highland and get all of the action in this big video. is that double coal. It's the empties coming back. Just gonna go down to the mine and fill them all back up again. Yep, DPUs. I had that feeling. Whoa. I didn't expect that. Rib. cranking it up. My gosh, they're moving. This thing's flying through here for Highland. Alright everyone, well I hope you enjoyed. What a banger that was. Anyway, a lot of fun. Awesome to meet some new people out there and railfan with a bunch of people. It's always a good time. Sadly, no Chad was around for the majority of the night, but you know, we still had a good time, caught a lot of trains, and well, that's the fun of railfanning on the Norfolk Southern Fort Wayne line. It's the busiest east to west main line there is, and you never know what you'll catch on there. The rail line is operating 24/7, 365, and you know, sometimes I notice on Christmas it slows down a lot, but generally it's always busy, and you'll catch something, if you're lucky, every single time you're out there. Even if you don't, it's always fun to catch trains out there. Nice and scenic, and you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, yet you're not all that far from Pittsburgh. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and stay awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye.